What's up, y'all? Maynard Okereke here at the AI house. I'm with the one and only Steve Keller. It's a pleasure to meet you.
One and only.
The one and only. You know you're the only one and only because you are fitted right now. I like this setup right here.
And the hat.
Yeah.
You always see me with a hat.
As the kids say, you are dripping. That's how we like to call it. All right.
All right.
Now, tell us a little about yourself, the work that you do, and what got you here at this AI house.
Okay. I am a sonic strategist.
Okay.
And a lot of times people don't know what sonic strategy is.
I have no idea what sonic strategy is.
The easiest way I've come up with describing my job is to say I'm in the business of taking sound science, blending that with sound art to help people make sound decisions.
Ooh, you thought long and hard about that. I know you did.
I have. So the reason I'm here at CES is looking at all the interesting ways that audio is getting infused in our technology.
Yes.
You know, we go through these cycles. Right now we're in a cycle where I think people are a little fatigued with screens.
Yeah.
So they're starting to listen a little bit more. So how is audio getting incorporated into our tech?
Yeah.
And beyond that, thinking about AI.
Yeah.
AI voices, how do we hear those? What are the implications of those for not only the technology, but emotional connection? How do we hear these voices? How do we use them? And as I said, how do we make interesting decisions about them for our companies and our brands?
Amazing. And there's really no better place to do that than here at CES. The CES is always kind of at the frontier of what's new in tech, new innovations that are on the horizon.
Yeah.
And you're right, when you talk about advancements in technology right now, we're starting to stray away from screens and different things like that.
Yeah.
People are going back to dumb phones and different things,
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? And so it's like right now we're on kind of on this precipice right now of what new things could be out there. And so to be able to incorporate that kind of human experience and figure out how that's going to look like in the future, that's really profound.
Yeah, and I work a lot in the advertising space.
Okay.
So obviously we're thinking a lot about how AI can affect our creative workflows.
Yeah.
And so there's this tension that exists between pursuing AI for the efficiencies, but where does that connect with our humanity in terms of the effectiveness of what we're doing? So what's that balance between efficiency and effectiveness? And how do we find that?
Exactly. And you know, AI is always in the popular mainstream for a lot of good and bad reasons, right? A lot of negativity around AI. But one thing I always love is kind of showcasing AI for good. And the example that you mentioned is really a true case example of using AI for good. Can you kind of talk about that in your industry, what you've kind of been seeing as AI being used effectively and efficiently in ways that people may not normally think about?
Sure. So thinking about it in terms of health and wellness, there are these things I call sonic tonics, where we think about how sound can affect our mood, our well-being, but using AI and biometrics to kind of see what is our emotional state, how can we maybe have an intervention with AI there to help us if we need to calm down or pick ourselves up, thinking about the intersection of sound and neurodiversity, and how might AI help us adjust sound in an atmosphere and what we're hearing, and in a way that kind of communicates with a more diverse group of individuals. So that's part of, I think, the interesting good in the technology, but then we also have to weigh it with the potential bad that could exist, you know, with deep fakes, with voices that we hear that we
100%.
might think that's a particular person, or with AI becoming so good at mimicking emotion that we fall in love with our AI.
We did.
And then our AI asks us to do some things that might result in harm to us. So the technology is moving so fast,
and we're trying to keep up really at this stage. We're behind on regulations, we're behind on so many different things that can kind of help tailor it in and hone it in. And that's what I'm really kind of excited to see in this next frontier, is how we're going to speed up to kind of catch up to AI, to really be able to make sure that we're using it effectively and putting especially our youth in really good positions to be able to use it in the future.
Exactly, because I love looking at the application, but my background in history is in the cognitive and behavioral sciences. So I'm always interested in the implication of its use. And sometimes that takes a little time to see. And we get so excited about the speed of what's happening that we jump into things, and sometimes we're not always thinking about
The
what's
bright
the
lights will
implication?
blind us sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as I said, there's two sides of the same coin. I think we just have to keep the communication open,
Yep.
learn from each other, and do our best to navigate it.
Hey, I love that. That is great sound advice, right? You see what I did there?
You got it.
Yeah. Steve, it's a
Great.
pleasure to talk to you today.
Thanks, man.
Love hearing your insight and your perspective.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate
Appreciate
you.